very nice presentation, well thought through concept as well, which definitely has a lot of scope in India. You did mention about some of the product attributes, and you even suggested price for the product. So I would just like to understand that what was the basis of that pricing that you suggested?
Actually, we visited, as we said, we visited Lawpera also. So there we tried to find out what is the actual price that they have. So we tried to compare it with our competitors. So in that way, we decided that it should be the price that we should keep for penetration in the market.
So was it just Lawpera that you considered, or were there more?
I think we also adapted the price according to what's going on in France as well. I mean, it's a little less expensive, but still, there is kind of, it's not that huge, the difference is not huge. We also went to Chocolat, in the DLF Promenade, and we tried to adapt the prices to that, but yeah, to the Indian market. And there's something also that we forgot to tell is about the chef. Do you want to know exactly what's the strategy?
One of the key sources of competitive advantage that you're saying is the quality of your offering. Yeah. And in India, in every street, nook and corner, you have a lot of bakeries around. So any new shopping area that comes up, in any residential area, in a small market, there may be at least 5 or 6 different bakeries which are managed by local professionals. So how do you, how do you ensure that you could charge a premium when?
So that's the thing. We're not only selling a product, we're selling also a chef, a know-how and a concept. The strategy is that we're gonna bring a chef. We totally forgot to talk about it, but what we're gonna do is we have a network thanks to the studies that we've done, and we know the CEO of Kempinski, and he's passionate about culinary industry. He has written several books, and he's well known in France. So we have the chance to know this man. So what we're gonna do is that he's gonna recommend us a chef that is looking for opportunities and that will be willing, because that's also a challenge, to have someone that is following us in this adventure. So that's the thing. So he's gonna come, and during 1 year he's gonna implement the concept and train an Indian chef who is really passionate as well from Culinary Institute, someone that is talented. So we are selling the know-how of this chef. That's why we have this customized option to come meet the chef and really make something customized for the. So it's very much quality oriented. As well as I said, it's about having the combine of raw materials that, for example, we're going to use oven from France, because we want the best, the best that we can extract from France. And the second thing is adapted this to the Indian market. Blend of imagination, yeah, as we said.
But it's not just about the restaurant. Like, we have adopted certain things, like we will be organizing the birthday parties and all. Like we are not selling the bakery products. We are also strengthening the bonds within the family. As you said that it's basically a family part. So we have decided that we'll be working upon the themes organizing the parties, birthday parties and all. Like we have if a parent comes and say that, yeah, my son is very fond of like X-Men or Doraemon and all. So we have that idea that we'll be organizing the whole birthday party in terms of that X-Men theme, like to the.
What is the size of the outlet that you are planning?
Ma'am, it's let me speak. Ma'am, it's around 65 meters square. That will meter square will come in the 65 meters square area. That will comes to around 130 square foot. I mean on a rental basis initially.
What is the size of investment that you're looking at?
2 crores. 2 crores.
2 crores. I'm looking for the venture capital.
We have a business angel. We hope so.
Thanks. That was a very, very great project. Innovative. You did it well. You told us about sustainability, and you told us about your partnership with an NGO. And I have something else to ask you. What else could you manage with an NGO?
NGO?
Yeah, what else?
It's non-governmental organization. I mean, they work for the development of the society and the people without any support of the government. I mean, they are self-funded. They actually like anyone of you and I can forward and form an NGO without any support from the government. I mean, it's like a...
Actually, our theme is that instead of wasting that products that we'll be using, because there, as Pooja told, there is a constraint that a pastry after a refrigerator has to be kept just for 4 hours or time spent. So instead of wasting those things, we will be having a contact with NGO, but we won't be handling it. They have to come to our store and they have to take those things from us. So in that way, we are like doing a good service for the society also, and we are down to ethics also. So in that way, we can connect.
Wasting the products will be like donating it to the NGO.
So basically, we are doing the CSR activities as well.
It's just the CSR activities.
Altogether.
It's just the CSR activities that we are trying to do with our, so as to connect with the people.
Ethics and moral values, keeping in mind.
Okay,
Thank you.
thanks.
Can I add something?
I reiterate that it was very good. I think you presented very well. 2 questions from my side. One is, did you understand any growth in the bakery, this industry, the trends, the growth? Because typically, Indian sweets, I mean, there's a very big competition, not just from the other bakeries, but Indian sweets, right? So did you do any comparison between, what is the growth specifically for the bakery products? And how strong is the Indian sweet as a, Indian sweets market as a competitor to this industry? Second, maybe you can put another question also. People are becoming more health conscious, right? And you would see switch from colas to, maybe diet drinks or healthier drinks, right? So in such a scenario, right, where this is very sinful pleasures, full of calories, how do you think any innovativeness in terms of developing product, that could suit the health conscious market as well?
Okay, so regarding the first question, I think what we've been noticing about what you were saying is that Indians travel a lot as well. So that's why now they are looking for something better than what they already have. That's why so many, I think, bakeries are opening. Regarding the Indian market, I think it's a well-known fact.
29% is a growth of the bakery industry. So
Like as I told in my presentation, that globally it's expected to reach the value of around $7 point something million globally, and 5 point something, I don't exactly remember the figure. So it's been like the bakery sector is on boom, and the people are going for that products, high-end luxury products. I mean, as the lifestyle is changing, people have no time. I mean, they are so much indulged in work, they have no time to have the cook food and all. So they are more preferring the ready-to-eat food and all this stuff. So this all leads to in future also there are the same things gonna happen, and the lifestyle gonna changing. So there are prospects that the high-end bakery is gonna be.
Another reason being, the number of expatriates that are present in our country. Basically, it's Delhi NCR, we can say that. The expatriates, as well as they are the top-notch CEOs, the top-notch MDs of these MNCs, and they are the people who are the influencers in their companies. Top CEO of your company, if he says to his project manager or a general manager or a sales manager, hey, dude, try this thing. This is in prominent, and I tried it, and this is the best thing. So it acts as an influencer also, and it's a very dominant part, because if your senior is telling you something that might be good, so this also plays a very dominant part into it.
Thank you.
thank you.